हेलो दोस्तों, मैं आपको स्वागत करता हूं आपको अपनी चैनल एक्सपर्ट एजुकेटर में। मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप सब ठीक होंगे, खैरियत से होंगे। सबसे पहले अगर आपने मेरी यूट्यूब चैनल एक्सपर्ट एजुकेटर सब्सक्राइब नहीं की तो मेहरबानी करके मेरी यूट्यूब चैनल सब्सक्राइब करें। आज मैंने बीजी 5th सेमेस्टर स्टूडेंट्स के लिए जिनका सब्जेक्ट हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया सिंस इंडिपेंडेंस है, इसमें जो पहला टॉपिक है लीगेसीज ऑफ कॉलोनियलिज्म, आज मैंने इसी के बारे में वीडियो बनाया है। इस टॉपिक पे एग्ज़ाम में 13 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन आता है। जो स्टूडेंट इसको अच्छी तरह से पढ़ेगा वो आसानी के साथ एग्ज़ाम में पास हो जाएगा और अच्छे नंबरात भी लाएगा। चलो अब हम मेन टॉपिक की तरफ बढ़ते हैं। ये आप देख सकते हो, डिस्कस द लीगेसीज ऑफ कॉलोनियलिज्म। आंसर: इंडिया वाज अंडर डायरेक्ट ब्रिटिश एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव कंट्रोल फॉर ऑलमोस्ट a century, with independence from Britain not gained until relatively recently in August 1947. British imperialism had a number of significant impacts on the region, many of which had lasting legacies on the country's economic and social positions. Here the impacts of the British Raj are systematically identified and their legacies for India's growth and development today are briefly discussed. As British India was divided into a number of states after independence, the focus will be on what is now the modern state of India, a country where real incomes are little more than 13% of those in New Zealand. On average, the British Raj saw the entire India subcontinent brought under the control of one central government, presided over by the British Parliament in London. This was a significant change for the region, which had historically consisted of only a weak collection of distinctly separate districts with considerably separate economic systems, the use of 11 different primary languages, great differences in religious beliefs, social structure, living standards, and urbanization rates, and the absence of a dominant central power have led some scholars to compare pre-colonial India to the culturally diverse region of Europe. Despite political separation of some major areas of the subcontinent into Pakistan, Bangladesh, Ceylon, and Myanmar, upon independence, the state of modern day India retains an active central government. ये आप खुद भी पढ़ सकते हो। इसके बाद है a necessary institution for proper representation in the modern world system. Although the Indian government acts on behalf of the entire country, it has been suggested that partly due to its colonial history and a reinforcing of regional government after World War I, the central government has been weak in its role for promoting countrywide economic development. इसके बाद है in order to raise finance from their Indian colony, the British established a system of land tenure whereby property rights were assigned to a landlord, a village community, or the individual cultivators of the land. The allocation of property rights varied widely both across regions and throughout the period, often leading to a restructuring of historic class divisions. Although the land system was abolished upon independence and land taxes now account for only 1% of total tax, the persistent effects of this may be seen in the established local institutions and their impact on asset distribution and political representation. इसके बाद है the British Raj also reinforced a shift for the production of food to non-food export crops, which increased the susceptibility of many parts of the country to widespread famine. There was a widely noted decline in traditional Indian industries, particularly textile production, that has commonly been attributed to Britain's preferential treatment of its own domestic textiles. Colonialism may not have been responsible for this, however, as improvements in production, ये आप खुद भी पढ़ सकते हो। इसके बाद है technology in the Lancashire cotton industry were already making British textiles a competitive threat. From a brief discussion of the specific impacts, it is apparent that the legacy of the British Raj was both positive and negative. There were some beneficial consequences, such as the unifying of the country under one central government, the influence of modern economic ideology, production techniques, and technology, and the opening of the Indian economy to the benefits of increased trade and access to capital markets. However, these were not without their downsides. The unification of a diverse region left the central government weak in its role for centrally planned development and comparative advantage, and the opening of the economy may have led to India's subservient position in the modern world market. इसके बाद है it is apparent that the impacts of India's colonial past had legacies that continue to persist well beyond 9. ये सेट 1 था। सेट 2 में जल्दी अपलोड करूँगा। मैं सिलेबस के मुताबिक टॉपिक्स पे वीडियोस बनाऊंगा। अगर आपने मेरी चैनल अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं की तो मेहरबानी करके मेरी चैनल सब्सक्राइब करें। मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया होगा। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए खुदा हाफिज़।